I have with me two of my colleagues that work with me in my department, Mr. James Wilson.
Hello.
And Miss Karen Todd.
Hello.
And we're going to talk today about some of the changes we have coming up for this school year. And we're going to primarily talk about a new resource that is coming to the district, Canvas. Canvas is a learning management system, and all students will become familiar with Canvas, whether they are on MyPCS Online, even our Pinellas Virtual, and our traditional students will also have exposure to Canvas. So it's important that we all get a little bit of an idea about what it is and where it is.
When we found out the news that we were having an extended spring break, and then we got the news that we were going full on digital learning, I will say that it was a task that wasn't necessarily directed. We didn't have a clear, like, this is what we were going to do. We definitely learned, and maybe we were 2 steps ahead of the students in terms of what we needed. But I will say the district and the digital learning team in particular rolled out resources and explanations and anything that we probably could have needed. They felt like it was an on-demand, I know they weren't, but they probably were close to 24 hours on-demand service of providing the teachers what we needed. And I would say, given the week we had to prepare as teachers, and I know then the digital learning team was preparing at that time, the transition, I bragged about it even before I joined this team, that it was one of the smoothest transitions I thought for Pinellas County Schools, to be given the situation we were in and be provided as teachers with the resources. Now, of course, there were kind of hiccups along the way, and some teachers were more experienced with the use of technology prior to being forced to use the technology to reach our students. But I think the staff, the administration, the district leaders, parents, students, we all came together without physically being near anybody. And I think we did a fabulous job of pulling it off and making it as successful as we could for our students.
What were some of the challenges that you faced?
I would say one of the most common challenges that I faced were parents reaching out for a issue with maybe the internet connection or the computers. And again, the district did a quick turnaround of providing devices for the students to go and pick up at their school locations, which was huge. I know that there was opportunities for internet to be, and it was just the influx of so many people needing those resources so quickly that kind of delayed that. And it was also getting the students transitioning. You usually start with your students in the classroom and you build those relationships and you teach them your expectations. And that was all set, but then we went to the digital space and we needed to reset those expectations. And one of the biggest things that we are going to overcome or change for this new school year here with the MyPCS Online, one of the biggest struggles for me as a teacher was not having the students on at the same time. It was a lot of asynchronous work, and so I'd be helping students, at 8 a.m. and then I'd be helping students at 11 p.m. So I think one of the streamlines going to help with the MyPCS Online, if that was a decision that was made by the family, is that there's going to be those time slots where the students are engaging in their curriculum at those certain times throughout the day, which will help the teacher and the student set those and meet those expectations of what was needed. So I would again say the technology barriers, once we got through that, and then kind of restructuring my class and teaching expectations of what I expected from the students to do. And I would also say one of the things that was very evident coming again from the district as a teacher was to keep it simple. It was a huge transition for students, so we didn't need to be sending them to 15 different places to get your learning objective met. To kind of streamline that and understand, especially from a middle school, they were getting direction from 7 different teachers at one time. So once we kind of got over that, less is more to get them to hit those learning objectives, I think it was very successful.